Medical mission turned family reunion. Doc AS plot twist is wild from a financial aid in Blumentritt in 2022 daddy. Status in Mindoro. By 2025. A doctor, a lawyer, and a young person who looks like you. It's really different when the investment is 9 inches. It's a long-term investment. If the question is, are you ready to come back for attorney's overnight offer? That Secrets Within the Bar is intense. Hidden Truth Diaries. Admin. Please just call me Doc A. I'm over 40 years old. I have a business, and I'm a medical practitioner. This happened way back in March 2020, before the lockdown. I was eating at a McDonald's near UE, Manila, around 9 a.m. I noticed this young lady in line. She looks stunning. She looks like in her 20s. It seems there's a problem because she's short on cash to pay for her meal. So I stepped in and gave her some cash. She asked me to join her table, and after a few minutes of conversation, I found out she was a student, which surprised me, because she has a very mature mindset. She's from Mindoro. And guess what? She was a former beauty queen. In my end, I was preoccupied with work, so I didn't think much of it. We added each other on Facebook Messenger. And sure enough, I saw on her profile that she was a beauty queen. After a few months, we stopped communicating. One day, she suddenly messaged me. She's broke. She said she was kicked out of the boarding house that she was renting, and she needed to go home to Mindoro. She asked if I could come, because I lived only a couple of blocks away from her apartment. I simply went, because I wanted to help. Her things are already packed, but she had no money. She grabbed some water, then stumbled as she passed it to me. It spilled all over us. Through her white shirt, I could see the shape of her Coca-Cola body. She apologized, but then she suddenly stripped in front of me. She said, "My body is yours while I'm here." I swallowed hard. Admin. I don't know why she's doing this, but as a man who could say no, she knelt in front of me as if praying, then she lowered my pants. She was in surprise. She said, "Oh my God, Doc, what is this?" "It's 9 long and 3 thick." That's when she went all in. Her jaw was nearly sore from it. Damn, she was like a pro. When she took off her panties, she herself guided my dragon's head. It barely fit, but because it was so wet, it got in. Her face was unreadable. She had a hard time putting it in, and even shed tears. She said, "Shit, it's so big. This is much bigger than my boyfriend." From tears of pain, they were replaced by tears of joy. I nodded along, and her moans echoed through the room. Fuck, it's incredible. She started to have an orgy. She was soaking wet. Every time she strokes, she shouts the cries of pleasure that echo through the apartment. She said, "Keep going, Doc. Keep going." I let her have it. She said she had a burst of outcome at least 6 times, but she wanted more. She came again, as if hot urine and liquid were coming out. Suddenly, she lay down as if she had episode of epilepsy, with teary eyes. I hugged her. She said, "Doc, thanks. I've never had this many before." She could barely stand because her knees were shaking. I left her sleeping on her bed to go downstairs and use the bathroom. When I opened the door, I was shocked. "There's another woman in the house. Pants are down, no underwear," she said. "Doc, do me!" "Two without a word." She knelt down and swallowed my dragon. There was nothing I could do, so I went along with it. I told her to hurry up, in case the one in the bed wakes up. She held it and, as always, I had a very difficult time getting it in. After several thrusts, she also tasted pleasure and whispered, "Shoot inside. I'm safe. After a few minutes, I'll be coming out." She joined me and shouted in a choked voice, "Doc, I've had 4." After that, I left without saying a word. It felt like a blessing from heaven that 2 women knelt before me in just one day. That was March 2020. I'll never forget it. After a few years, I lost touch with them. During 2025, I heard that Mindoro was flooded. Suddenly, doctors were called to do a medical mission in that town. Of course, I joined them. We handed out food and medicine, and I was completely worn out by the end of the day. Dinner time, we were happily chatting with my colleagues when someone suddenly approached me. "Doc, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Dr. L." I went white and couldn't talk. My friend said, "Hey, you look like someone poured cold water on you," the girl at you. She's also a doctor now. Just a few seconds later, a young boy suddenly ran toward her. The child said, "Mommy, they said we're leaving now." I looked at the child's face. "It looks like me." Doctor and I smiled at each other. Elle whispered to me, "That's the result of that day." Then she suddenly hugged me. We chatted, and I found out that she also has a clinic. She gave me his number and address, saying I was welcome to visit them. My acquaintance said, "Boss, you're lucky Dr. L looks at you in a special way." I just smiled. They're a big family of doctors in Mindoro, and she also has a favorite cousin who's a lawyer, just as beautiful and sexy as she is. The next day, I had breakfast before heading back to Manila. Her cousin showed up with the child, who greeted me. Dr. L introduced her cousin. "Doc, this is attorney M." They both laughed. "Attorney," said M, the woman in the bathroom before. "Doc, next time you should stay overnight with me, ... I mean, with me and my cousin. Don't worry, I already know everything. Our secrets are within the bar." What would you do if you're in his position? If like this video, like, share, and subscribe for more Hidden Truth Diaries.